going to do anything else but what you're doing right now because you're just not educated enough. You're probably going to stay in that dead-end job for the rest of your life because that's what your family did and you don't know any better and you were raised that way. And why would you even try harder? Because life has dealt you a hand that it's just not fair. You'll probably never meet the right person because you're damaged from your childhood and you didn't have a good dad who showed you what love is. So you're probably just going for losers because that's all you deserve. And if you are in a good relationship, you should probably just mess it up because you don't deserve to be loved, because you're just not that great of a person. You're never gonna make money and you're never gonna own your own home or move out of the crappy area that you live in because that's just not what you know. And you don't deserve to be better than what you are right now. You're just mediocre. You're not meant to do more. And even if you feel like you're meant to do more, you're probably not going to do it because it's not what life has in store for you. Everybody else has it better than you. Everybody else is doing more than you could ever do. They're more special. You're just an idiot who doesn't deserve to live a good life. Sure, you might have it okay. Sure, you might have a nice home. You might even have a great partner. But that's all you're ever gonna be. You're never gonna push it further than where you are right now. You're never gonna change because, let's face it, that's just how you are. And if people don't like it, they can get over it, right? No. That's BS. B to the mother effing S. So here today, hi, welcome to 6 Months with Sarah. Talk to you about words. The power of words. Not just your thoughts, but your words. What you put out there is what you receive, right? I talked about the law of attraction the last few days, and this is kind of the next step into that and something that I'm really actively thinking about and learning and putting into practice. Here's the deal, people. There's nothing that irks me more, and trust me, I can say this because I used to be this way and I continue to work on this every single day of my life, not having a victim mentality, not having a woe is me, single mom, never gonna meet the right guy, blah, 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 life is hard, money's hard, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we get it. But sometimes when you see it in your own life and then someone else comes into your life and kind of sheds a mirror on what you're actually doing, you're like, wow, I get it. I meet people all the time because I'm a bartender. And the one thing that I continue to notice, more with women, but men do it in a different way. But I notice a lot of times I'll meet a woman who's, attractive, successful, and she may be in her 40s and she has a very negative self-talk about herself. And so what I start to hear is, I'm just cursed. Some lady told me the other week she's cursed. And that everybody she meets, it doesn't work out because she's cursed and she just doesn't even care anymore. Now, when people say, I don't even care anymore, they do care. They absolutely do care, but they've just conditioned themselves to think that negative things will happen to them. Therefore, they're attracted to negative people, and guess what? It fails. So you're fulfilling your own destiny, whether you realize it or not. A woman I met recently, very successful, attractive woman, was a doctor, raised her kids on her own, divorced, but she just kept trying to justify her success. She didn't want to own her success. She kept saying, oh, well, I live paycheck to paycheck, and I have loans, and I have this, and she was like, trying to prove herself to someone who is he was being a jerk to her. But I said, listen, lady, I said, you don't have to be sorry for your success. And that's another thing. We always think of victims as people that don't have anything, don't have success, don't have a good life. But guess what? You can also be a negative self-talker when you have everything. And what you put out there is not only bringing back stuff, but you're also portraying a certain thing to the rest of the world that I'm not really sure if we thought about it, if that's what we want to portray to the world. So for a long time, I had the shtick of, I am a single mom, life is hard, so I can live at the bare minimum, and it's okay because it's hard, right? I don't need to try more because I have to raise, my daughter, when I had my older daughter, literally by myself. Her dad isn't around. He's in Florida. So I've raised her by myself from the age of 7 months. Big accomplishment, right? And I'm not taking away from that. But I kind of thought that was enough. So I could live at the bare minimum and not try and not do more and not, be organized, not cook, not clean, not do anything because I have to work and it's hard and I'm by myself. BS. BS. I call BS on myself. That is absolutely not true. In fact, any great story of a great human being comes from them having nothing or having hardships or being a single parent or, being a man from poverty and rising up. Like I talk about, you don't know what it's like to be, rising from the ashes if you're not in the fire. So maybe a little extra today because I'm actually putting something into practice that I've been learning, and just like reacting in your body even if you don't believe your words, because your body has more to do with how you feel than what you say. So let's say you're I'm so awesome, guys, I feel really awesome. No, but if you say, wow, I know this is cheesy, but if you start to like use your whole body to talk and to be excited, it's going to start to bring excitement into your life. So my challenge for myself and for you this week is to really think about what you're putting out there, what you're saying about yourself. Write it down. I had to one time when I was seeing a counselor. She said, write down every negative thing you think about yourself. And then for each negative, write down a positive. And I was like, that's dumb. I don't want to do that. And the more I started doing it, the more I realized how negative I think all day, every day. A lot of it was physical stuff because I was overweight at the time. My body's gross. I'm gross because my body's gross. No one will love me because I'm overweight. I mean, it was so much. I put so much value into my physical appearance that when I realized that there was just a shell of nothing under what I thought of me as a person. So what if I was paralyzed tomorrow? I would literally have nothing. So you can't put all your value into your looks. That's A. And I think that's across the board. It's not just people that don't have anything that talk negatively. It's people that have everything that can talk negatively. And for me personally, I'm never going to sit there and say, I don't deserve this and all guys are jerks. I'll never find the right guy, because that is BS. Like I've talked about before, if you want to meet the right guy, be the right woman. If you want to meet the right woman, be the right guy. If you want to get the good job, be qualified for that job. Live your life like you have that job. Even if you have to fake it till you make it, as they say, fake the shit out of it until you make it, okay? I have realized from listening to other people and hearing with open ears how much we create our own destiny with just how we talk. You know, they say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. You're right, and that's why I titled this, Sticks and Stones May Break Your Bones, but Words Are What Define You. What defines you as a person? Is it that you're just going to be mediocre and that you're not meant to do more? Is it that you're not qualified to have a better job? Is it that you're not lovable enough to be in a solid, healthy relationship and that you crave and need dysfunction to feel alive? Is that your story? Is that what you want to put out there? Are those the words that you're creating? And listen, you might not blatantly say that. You might not say, I love dysfunction. I want to be in dysfunction. But you might say, I'm only attracted to cheaters. Why does every guy cheat on me? Why am I only attracted to cheaters? Stop talking about it. Say to yourself and out loud, I refuse to be with someone who is untrustworthy, and my eyes are open to warning signs before they happen, so that when I meet someone, I'm talking to you guys and girls, I see before it happens, and I will cut that person off, and I will not let myself be a victim anymore, because I am educated from messing up enough times. Guess what? Failure is not the enemy. Not learning from failure is the enemy. So if you failed in relationships and jobs and whatever you failed at, hey, guess what? You learned a lesson, so that when you take it to the next level, you can say, I failed at that. I'm not going to do that now because I learned from my failures. The power of words, the power of how you use your body, the power of your language is so effective in your future. And honestly, people, one thing I'm learning is that most people don't even try to change, myself included. I thought this is just how I am. And when my friends would say, you need to set your bar higher, you need to have more respect for yourself, you need to do this, I'd be like, well, I'm not playing a game. I refuse to play a game. It's not a game. It's not a game when you actually believe you are worth more. It's not a game when you actually believe that you are a quality human being who deserves quality. But you can't just say that. You have to be that. And think about what you're putting out. If you're making a cake, ingredients are like meatloaf and cheese. I don't even know where that comes. I don't think of these things, okay? They just come out. You're not gonna make a cake, right? So the ingredients in whatever you wanna cook are your words. So if you're not saying the right things, you're not gonna make the right things. And I know this is an old rule that we think sometimes is cliche. It's not. The power of your children hear your words, your friends hear your words, your coworker hears your words, and all of that defines what you are moving forward. Here's the good news, people. It's never too late to change. Every day I wake up is a new day to change. And if if I could just express to you how this is so not my character. Even to be talking like this is not my character. My nature is to be lazy, to just be, oh, life is horrible, and live in a mediocre state. Mediocre. Okay. Hi, my name's Sarah. I refuse to accept that narrative, and I have decided to change my life in every aspect. Whether I feel it or not, I'm gonna say it. I'm going to believe it. If you're going through some stuff or you're just feeling like, why does this always happen to me? I challenge you to start talking differently, start creating the narrative differently about your life. When you have conversations with other people, speak differently. Try something radical. Try something crazy. Be out of your comfort zone, because it doesn't matter if people think you're silly or extra or motivationally or whatever. Hey, if it produces change and it makes your life better, who cares what you seem like? Who are we living for? Who are we living for? This is the question I ask myself every day. Why am I concerned what the general public thinks of me? Who am I living this life for? Stop saying this is just how I am. Because it's a lie. You can be better than just how you are, and words do matter. I will see you next week with something else completely random and crazy. Have a great weekend. Bye.